Once upon a time, a young monk traveled to a mountain. In this mountain, he didn't have a house, so he rested in a cave. The cave was surrounded with gorgeous plants, fruit trees, flowers, and vegetables. So this young monk ate vegetables and fruits every day. He got up very early in the morning, did the meditation, did the prayer, meditated again, and at noontime he would go out looking for food to get something he could eat. Every day like this, he traveled to find food. In this jungle, there was one rabbit who saw this monk meditate every day without any laziness. This young monk's attitude attracted this rabbit very much. So this rabbit followed this young monk back to his meditation cave and observed this young monk. This rabbit then thought, I am just a rabbit. I cannot meditate like him. I want him to become the best. But what I can do is find something for the monk to eat. The rabbit thought of this idea and left the cave and went back to his forest. On the following day, when the monk felt hungry, he went to find food in the forest. By the time he walked out of the cave, he noticed that there were some fruits in front of the cave. Now he didn't need to go and find food anymore, so he returned to the cave. After finishing his meals, he continued to do the practice. The rabbit continued to offer the food to this young monk every day. Even after a few months, this young monk never gave up his cultivation. And this rabbit never gave up his offering to this monk. But that year, there was one huge drought in that area, and all the fruit trees and all the vegetables dried out. The rabbit couldn't find any food to offer to this young monk anymore. This young monk also was seeking for the food, and yet he couldn't find any to make him survive. So this young monk decided to just meditate and to spend his life like that until the last day. He meditated day and night and didn't even sleep at all. This rabbit saw the monk's determination, but there was no food he could offer him anymore. The rabbit was very sad and tried very hard to find some food for the monk. But the rabbit tried for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, almost 2 weeks, but still there was no food he could offer to this young monk. The rabbit thought, if I continue every day to waste my energy seeking for food, he will die from hunger eventually. So this rabbit decided to collect fine branches and build a small fire pit in front of the cave. The rabbit looked at the sky and then put both of his hands together and said, I want to support the monk to fulfill the highest level of cultivation. I'm offering my body to him. Once he said that, the fire immediately lit up and burned in this fire pit. The rabbit jumped into the fire. This young monk was in meditation state of mind. He heard the fire burning the wood, and he decided to leave the cave. He walked out and saw a rabbit in the fire. He couldn't save the rabbit at all, but immediately this monk realized the rabbit was doing an offering to him and wanted to support his cultivation. The goddesses in the sky witnessed what happened, and all of them cried and they were touched. Then they gave their blessing to the entire region. The forest was alive again. The compassion of the rabbit revived the entire forest, and the monk continued to meditate and enter the state of samadhi and attain the final enlightenment. This rabbit was Buddha Sakyamuni in his previous life, and the young monk was his disciple in the next life. Buddha's past was not just one animal. In many lives, he took many animal forms to deliver the Dharma teaching to the animal realm and sometimes to even the human realm. In this life, he was a little rabbit. He came to teach us compassion for all human beings. As Baba Virsa Singh also taught, compassion is the mother of Dharma.